These are 15 things you can do to get your score into the 80s and play 15 handicap golf. Now, one of these tips coming up in just a few minutes is the most powerful for your game. It'll shave strokes without any extra effort. Let's get into it. First and foremost, a 15 handicap sees bogeys as a good thing.
Oh, pulled it.
This is going to help you keep a positive mindset, which is critical to shooting better scores. If you bogey every single hole you play, that's a 90. That's really close to 15 handicap golf. And when you're going for that, a few pars are going to trickle in and you'll find yourself shooting 87 and below.
Yeah. Oh.
And even though we're always going to be bummed with a lip out, a bogey is a good result. All right, that brings us to number 2.
Right on the green.
You do not need to have a beautiful swing to play 15 handicap golf. My ugly swings got me down to a 10 handicap, and if you've watched Not a Scratch Golfer on YouTube, he's a single-digit handicap, and his swing ain't the prettiest. But check out his channel. He's got some really good stuff. So stop messing around trying to get all your technical aspects of your swing perfect, and just find something that you can do consistently. That's the key. It's not having every checkpoint in the swing doing exactly what the pros say it should be doing. It's about finding something that you can do consistently. That's it. And I use the term consistently pretty loosely here. You can see I have a lot of banger shots like that one, which don't stop me from being a 10 handicap. 15, very reachable. Watch my videos, watch Not a Scratch Golfer's videos. You don't have to have a pretty swing to be a 15 handicap or a single digit for that matter.
Wow.
All right, law number 3, you have to accept that there are going to be 3 putts in your round. A typical 15 handicap will have between 1 and 3 putts every round he plays. This is normal, but you should still be working on it. Because while they are normal in a 15 handicaps golf game, it's also the easiest place to shave some more strokes off your score. So do it.
Yeah, I better wedge this. There's a lot of leaves there.
Okay, law number 4. Keep it low.
That's the way you do it.
No flop shots. Use as much green as you're given to keep that ball rolling instead of flying through the air. The higher the loft, the harder you have to swing, and when you miss, the further the ball's going to sail away, along with your dreams of reaching a 15 handicap. So keep it low. And if you're unfamiliar with carry to roll ratios in terms of chipping, check out the video in the top corner here. It's a great tutorial to help you map out which club's safe to use on each of your chip shots. As a quick example, my 58 degree has a 1-to-1 carry to roll ratio, which means it's going to go in the air as far as it will roll once it hits the ground. That helps me know where to aim my chips based on which club I'm using. Okay. Law number 5, you do not need to be a long hitter to be a 15 handicap or a 10 or a 5 handicap. You just need to be in control of the ball. A 15 handicap typically drives the ball between 215 and 230 yards. Now, does that sound like a long hitter to you? If it does, then yeah, you can work on your speed. But for most people, 215 to 230 off the tee is pretty doable. When you're trying to get more distance, you're going to get stuck behind trees, you're going to go in hazards, you're going to get penalties, and you're going to be pissed off about how your round's going. Don't hit it hard, just hit it straight. Anybody who does this will tell you, when they're hitting the ball straight, even if it's shorter, they have a lot more fun. Okay. Law number 6, take more club than you think you need. The vast majority of amateur golfers, including myself, miss short much more frequently than they miss long. Take an extra club, swallow your pride, and you're going to find a lot more greens than regulation. Now, I leave myself one exception to this rule, and that is if the pin is on the very back of the green. I don't want my miss to leave me short-sighted on the green. So in that situation, I'm going to play to the middle of the green, and that's going to help me make sure I don't short-side myself.
On the green.
For anyone who doesn't know, short-siding yourself means you miss the green and you don't have any green to work with to get your ball close to the hole. Now, in order to not short-side yourself, you need to be paying attention. Where's the flag on the green? And if it's close to the edge, you got to aim away from it.
Oh, Dad worshiping the golf gods. Oh, there we go. A good strategy. The fade's been working. Let's just try to do that again, huh?
Now this law is key. It's one of the most important laws because when you short side yourself, you open yourself up to double bogeys, which steers you far away from 15 handicap golf. So every time you're hitting an approach shot into the green, you need to look at where the flag is. You need to see how much green is around the flag on each side, find the safest place to miss while keeping the likelihood of hitting the green as high as possible. And that's what I clearly didn't do here.
That chicken in the tree distract you?
No, I'm not very good at golf. I think I'm further from the hole than before that shot.
Yep.
A little side note bonus law, play golf with your dad. It's a lot of fun.
Settle. Ah.
My dad was awesome enough to film this round for me
That's the one.
and provide some epic commentary. Thanks, Pops. All right, we're moving on to the back nine and law number 8, which is that you're going to miss more than half of your fairways. And when you do,
The smart play is to chip out, but I'm not smart.
don't do this.
Okay.
Now, if you like watching golfers make stupid decisions and get away with it, subscribe to my
Hit
channel.
a punch draw. Just run it up there.
The fact that I'm attempting this is pretty embarrassing,
Yeah, just the right hook.
but it pays off somehow, and I escaped that
Get out
shot,
of that crap. That's okay.
or so I thought.
Oh boy. Where am I going?
There was a leaf under that ball.
Where am I going, Dad?
Didn't get any spin on the chip. The interesting thing here is even though I got away with a couple of bad decisions, I still faced a challenging putt for bogey. And had I chipped out after that tee shot, I likely would have had a much less stressful bogey. Moving on to law number 9. You may have noticed on all but one of my tee shots today, they've done that. A big left to right fade. Now, most holes I was compensating for it, but this hole I let it get away from me a little bit. But that was fine because it happens to be wide open over there out to the right. Left me able to go over this tree with a wedge and put it close to the green. I did, however, commit a cardinal sin and left myself short-sided. Forced myself to use a Texas wedge here and left myself a longer putt for par, which of course I lipped out.
Bummer, dude.
This next tee shot followed my fade pattern,
That's
Or
what
is
you
the
want.
movement right?
but not as much as I would have liked it to.
If you complain about that one, then I give you no sympathy.
He's absolutely right. All right. Law number 10 is to focus your practice on under 100 yards. As a 15 handicap, everything under 100 yards is by far
There you go.
the easiest way to shave strokes off your score.
Too much. Oof.
Now, if you'll notice, I'm beginning to complain about a lot of shots that don't deserve to be complained about. We're going to get to that in just a minute. Okay, law number 11. Statistically speaking,
good.
par 3s are the most difficult holes for 15
I'm
handicaps.
gonna aim at my camera.
Par 3s have the highest average score relative to par.
Oh, that was good.
Knowing that information, you need to plan your tee shot very carefully when you're playing a par 3.
That's got to cut. It's cutting.
And
Oh, I hit the tree.
There's some more of that unmerited negativity.
yep, that's what you
I
want.
put this approach to about 8 feet for a birdie attempt.
A little long, I think, but I will happily take that.
At least I was happy about it. But I wasn't long.
Too soft on a birdie putt. That's lame.
Wah, 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 wah. Birdies are a bonus, not a privilege, not something you should expect. They just come sometimes, and they make you smile, and you move on. If you're trying to shoot birdies, you're going to shoot doubles. If you're trying to shoot bogeys, you're going to shoot pars. Play conservative golf.
A little toey, a little short.
If you play conservative golf, your scorecard will reward you. Now, law 13 is something I did a terrible job at today.
Went left.
Went left. Objectively speaking, that was a great result from that distance. And my poor attitude led me to miss this 18-incher and settle for a double bogey.
Yep. Oh, man.
It's a bit embarrassing watching this back, seeing how negative I was,
That might be your shot of the day.
when in reality I was playing solid golf.
I think that's short, Pops.
Look straight.
But Dad never gave up on me. He kept noticing the good
Wow.
and trying to get me to do the same. But I was not in a good, healthy mind spot, and that caused me to ignore my good shots and ultimately make more mistakes.
Little breeze would have blown it right in.
All right, number 14, and my opinion, the most important law is recognizing that you're playing with a shotgun.
A birdie attempt coming up.
If you don't know your shot dispersion, learn it. You can't expect all your shots to land at a single aim point. You need to have a circle of dispersion where you know you're almost guaranteed to end inside that circle.
It's a par 5. We're not trying to get there in 2.
That's going to save you from a lot of penalties, a lot of stupid misses, and put you where you can score.
That's what I wanted.
That's nice and easy.
Another fun little side note, my dad plays golf about once every 3 years.
There we go. Back to that draw.
He's 69 years old and does that every time. What a playa.
Blind attack to the green.
About 30 seconds ago, I said I wouldn't do this.
Yes! That's called a bad decision.
What a playa. Determined to maintain my status as a moron, I decided to go over the trees again. Not sure if I made it over. Ended up searching for my ball for about 2 minutes and found it in that hairy garbage. Hit a terrible shot out. Now I'm hitting 6 to get on.
Just like that.
Thanks, Dad. Now, because I decided to go for the hero shot, I've got 25 feet just to save double bogey. Hero shots are for fools.
Yeah! It didn't work out. You wanna know why I made it? Because it was for double.
It was per double.